our 2-player playthrough of the Plum Island Horror, and we will jump right back into the action. Well, we are the first turn of day 2, so we've got 3-player activations again.
Yep.
The biohazard situation is dreadful.
Dreadful, yeah.
Track 6 is not great. I think one of the things I need to do is I need to try to get some ranged attacks on this guy while he's in the clear hex, because the shields will count as hits if I do that, and I need to do that before he moves out of that hex. Oops. And then these guys over here, this is a mess. Over here, we've got
That's a
ginormous stack moving down.
These people really ought to try and.
Yeah, I think this is where
Islanders Athletic Club really ought to get the Partridge family to safety.
Yeah, this is where we. Oh my goodness, this is a nightmare.
Helicopters.
Yes.
You can, in a follow action, you can do a reposition and move a helicopter from wherever it is, even if it's
correct. Yes.
Whatever the phrase is, but you can only move them to a place with a helipad, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So the airman.
That was an interesting concept to me. I've got a gunship, which I assume that's a gun. The gunship is a helo, or no?
The gunship is a helo. Yep.
So it can only go where there's a helipad.
Yep.
Really would have thought the gunship could have gone where there was like wide open terrain and go kick some booty.
Well, I think for that reason, the designer has kindly put a few helipads in some of those areas. Yeah. I mean, there are areas that you could reasonably land a helicopter in as well.
And then for evacuation purposes, so in one of my games, for instance, I got the Coast Guard right where it is here.
Yeah.
Anybody anywhere on the board can take and evacuate, and that helo will do it.
Yeah,
you don't have to be in that act.
Yeah, essentially the way I think about it is you're activating this Coast Guard helo, and he's flying with 2 civilians and then flying back.
Coming back.
Yep.
Got it. Yep.
All right, so it is not just because I got to remember this. It is not a night turn, so we don't do the hunger phase. So we just draw turn order.
Well.
All right, orange. Well, that's not bad because
that's a good one because we got this guy up here.
Well, I want to move her out of that area before it gets too crazy. Before these guys move down and attack her.
You just gonna leave the poor Partridge family?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. The other thing though is I want to use him to launch sort of golf balls up here. Now orange, but the problem is orange has no supplies. So boy, oh boy, I gotta say, watching through like the first 3 turns, we got really screwed by the fate deck.
Right?
Or it's not the fate deck. Sorry, the search deck. The search deck was really, really unkind to us, man.
But that means there has to be some great searches available.
I think we have whittled the search deck of bad cards.
We got a search opportunity there.
Yeah.
There's a search opportunity here.
I'm just looking. For Crisis Adrenaline movement. The only Crisis Adrenaline move I might want to do is her, but that would mean abandoning the Partridge family, and so I'm kind of thinking that I might leave her where she is, and I can maybe move the Partridge family before I move her out. I gotta move her though. She can't sit here and face this stack.
You can't. Maybe we can get lucky and get her to move. I assume you're just going to get them to move them there.
Well, we'd have to fix this bridge first.
Oh, that damn bridge. Yep. But we can. They can attempt to, and it's only a 1 damage. So
yeah. So what I'd really like to do, I think what I'd really like to do is, I'm looking at this, and I don't think I'm going to do any Crisis Adrenaline moves. Actually, that's not true. This is my leader. And I think my leader, he has a foot movement of 2, so I think he's going to move to here. So 1, 2, with the hope of getting kind of up here and uniting with all of these guys. Or maybe actually I should move. Nah, because I really want to get him here. I think this would be a good place for him.
Right.
Or maybe, actually, maybe I'll move him here. Actually, there we go. I'm going to move him to the fire station. And that'll be a good place. Because if I ever get some supplies, I could dump my compound.
And they can search there.
I could dump my compound in the fire station. Yes, and I'm gonna search with him. Let me remind myself of what his... If this unit's
Get
with
3.
Okay, they can re-roll one of their combat dice. So that's a good capability.
So you've also got a guy, an orange guy, sitting poor.
I do, but we needed him over here because track 6 has been a nightmare.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave him there for right now.
Okay. Feel like we're getting.
Yeah. There would be some value maybe to moving the hero of the day up here so he could start range attacking here as well. I wish you could Crisis Adrenaline move NPCs, but unfortunately. So here's what here's the various things that I am debating. Like I feel like we may have to just leave the Partridge family behind, unfortunately, because the problem is to move the Partridge family and to move my tennis players would be bridge repair, Partridge family. It'd take up all of my moves. You know what I mean? So I think...
Can't even do it, can you?
Practically speaking, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we could...
Yeah, so they can... That's one interesting thing. When you have your 3 actions, one character can do all 3.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the Partridge family is just going to get screwed in this situation. Searching here, and then I'm thinking something useful to do might be to move the hero of the day here and range attack. One of the reasons is NPCs don't use supplies when they do ranged attacks.
That feels good. I assume you're going after the standee.
That would be my goal, is to get after the standee. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search with Coach Calhoun as a start, just to see whether I can pull some supplies or not.
Come on, Coach.
It can't be as bad as it's been.
There
if
you
it
go.
is an October 26th round, I think it is.
The 25th. Oh no, it is the 26th. Yep.
26th. If it is an October 26th round, place 4 supplies in the Bo's barbecue area.
Where the hell is Bo's barbecue?
Oh, sorry. It's October 26th. We place 3 supplies in Bo's barbecue area.
Right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, the problem is that's not where anybody is, so we got to go get those supplies. But at least they're on the board, I guess. I should stop complaining. But seriously, Search Deck, you're not helping. Not helping enough. Now,
another question.
Hang on, let me just finish this card before we do it. In all
Yes,
cases,
do
if
that.
the Rocky Top, Food Mart, Pancaldi Italian Deli, or Wiley Brothers Bar and Grill civilian units on the map are evacuated, increase the reward by 2. Now, I do know that, let's see, I'm pretty sure one of those got eaten. Yeah.
None of those are in here.
The deli got eaten, but that means...
But none of them are in the other one.
Yeah, so one of those, the Rocky Top Food Mart or Wiley Brothers Bar and Grill, have got to be on the map somewhere. Yeah, right here.
There's Wiley Brothers right there, yeah.
All right, so that now becomes...
2 more.
That becomes 5 supplies, which is good. And then we exhaust the area, and then you had a question.
You're going to exhaust here, right?
That is correct. I am going to exhaust there. That's a mistake I made. That's a mistake I sometimes make too.
Is there a way to get civilians evacuated from a beach?
There is one way, which is there is a unit in the game. It's up here called the Texas Navy. The Texas Navy, if it comes into the game through a search event, it treats beaches as docks.
Got it. All right. There you go. That feels like something that might be good to get in somehow.
Yeah. So now, unfortunately, that did not result in me getting any supplies for orange. So I can't do any ranged attacks, but I think I'm gonna spend my second action to move the hero of the day here, and then my third action to have the hero of the day attack the leper messiahs with ranged combat.
I think that makes sense.
By the way,
We still have the Partridge Family protected.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Marcia and Jan Brady could be in really bad shape.
Marcia.
I'm wondering if I should maybe just leave him here and we can use follow actions to have him attack. And I should move her the heck out. Because if she gets caught here, I mean, she's going to be taking like 7 hit potential. She's just going to get wiped out. So I think I should move her here. And I'm sorry, Partridge Family. I really am. But
they should just get in their bus and go.
Those of you as old as my brother and I will understand that reference, but anybody not old enough who wasn't watching TV in the 70s might not get that reference. It's a good one. I like that. All right, so now we do follow action, starting with green. Now I do have some hurt units for green. Where is this guy's here? He could heal himself. But I think I'll wait for that. He's not in any immediate danger, so I think I'm going to wait on that until his turn because I don't want to risk things. So what I could do with him, however, is I could use I could search with Guy Fieri. What do you think about that option in the Pomegranate Mall?
Yeah.
Because we're desperately low on supplies here.
Yep.
All right.
That's one option. The only other option that I see could be a ranged attack
with the hero of the day.
With Ellie, May, Bobby.
All right. Well, I already drew a search card, so I think I should go with that. Unfortunately.
Go for it. I think you should definitely do that.
Yeah. So I get a Molotov cocktail.
That feels good.
Yeah, that's that again. What the value of that is? It's 2 free ranged attacks. Which don't cost supplies.
Nice, yeah.
But it does exhaust that area, but that's okay because on his turn I can use his special ability. Now, drawing a fate card. We got to remember this. We weren't great about this in the first 3 turns. Okay. All right, now purple. So and I do think one of the things to consider is we should consider this guy is always an option for like a ranged attack up here.
Yeah, and I'm just looking. I'm not sure there's another great option. I am thinking of maybe getting but I think I could just do it in their normal turn, getting them down here and pushing the family.
Yeah, you could use crisis adrenaline to move him there.
Exactly, and just do that. I think at that turn, this one probably needs to hang.
Yeah, I think we need to get somebody in there to help him because he's not good if on his own there. So maybe like the Wolverines need to move in there at some point, or
and so what I was thinking is, I mean, that's one option is to move the Wolverines.
Or maybe Sergeant York can move in there when Sergeant York can move in there and protect him.
Well, and part of what I was thinking is ultimately, I'd like to get him over here healing Miss May.
Yeah.
Ellie Mae Bobby.
Yeah.
But I think I would go with this ranged attack and take advantage of trying to get that guy with no supplies.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm going to, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I'm actually just looking at this more carefully. I'm going to go back a smidge and crisis adrenaline move this guy to here because that'll allow me to move Biff Rogers in here.
Yep.
Or actually it'll allow me to move somebody in there, and then I can move my leader unit will be adjacent to a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna move him out so I can move somebody else in. She's pretty tough, so I can handle that for now.
Yep.
Okay, so
and you got nothing headed your way there.
Yeah, exactly. And I can get him over here more towards where orange is anyway.
So I still think it's range attack.
I think so too. I think roll 3
against the Leper Messiah.
Against the Leper Messiahs.
And you literally pick in this case one.
Correct.
It's either going to be the stack of murder.
Yep. You either target the stack or the standee. You target
the standee.
You target a unit, and stack is a unit.
Stack is a unit.
Yep.
All right, well, he's got 3.
So in this case, shield, because he is in a field, he is in open terrain. Shields count as hits, so that's one reason to start doing this because he's vulnerable up there.
All right.
Before he moves. All right, 2 hits.
It's a good start.
That's a great start. You can just roll the blank. There you go. Come on. Still.
So close.
Still.
2 hits. He can take 4.
He can take 4, but the good news is this is very early in the turn. So if we can get 2 more hits on him before anything's out. So draw a fate
You might be able to get...
I know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
You didn't draw it.
I did not. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe blue just
I'm thinking do the same dang thing.
I'm 100% with you.
Here she goes.
Critical, so 1 hit and a partial hit. We got a lot of possibilities.
Baby.
There's only 2 possibilities that don't kill him.
Woohoo! Hey, he's dead.
All right, we needed some help. That is a tremendous result because these guys are awful. I mean, did you look at like what they're like? They have a 6 if you don't have a high bravery rating. So getting them off the board, huge.
I drew a fate card.
All right.
Nothing.
So we remembered to draw a fate card this time.
I remembered to draw a fate card. The minute it hit my brain, it's like time to do it.
Okay. So now we're drawing the next one. Let's get some horrors movement. Thank you.
There we go.
Because stacking them up, I don't think is good. So we spawn on track 4. By the way, you should see some messages here too. Finally.
I do.
Look at that.
Yep, I do. It's magic.
I know, it's cool.
And then this guy's gonna move.
Tracks 5 and 6.
He's gonna move. He's gonna move.
All right, so let's.
That's a combat.
So track 5, we've got a combat here. Oh my God, we're gonna have
another combat.
All right, another combat. So now this guy needs to draw a fate card to decide
draw.
which way he goes. It would be good if he went to the left.
He got a 5.
I think that's the left.
He went left. So we just combined a stack.
That's a lot of hit potential.
Good doctor. Yeah, and MMA's sitting there with she can take 6. So
now this guy luckily only moves 1. His foot movement is.
You saw that earlier when I was playing.
So okay, so let's. We got this combat marker down. We don't have one here, so let's resolve this combat.
Going right there.
Yeah. So he's got a hit potential of 2, and I am rolling 3 dice.
Do it. I'd love to see 2 shields and a critical hit, please.
Well, I got one. I got 1 hit.
And you took 2.
I did take 2.
We need to get her.
All right. So did you?
You can't take much more of that. I did not take their.
So take theirs off.
Got theirs, and unfortunately, that would be a red cube.
I'm gonna move that biohazard cube into the bag.
Oh my God!
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move another one in there for the other close combat that we're doing, so we don't forget. So now this guy only has a hit potential of 1. The Wolverines.
Clearly, the Wolverines.
Well, no, the Wolverines have 3 hits, so I think it's actually gonna be Biff.
Oh yeah. Yep. Probably why. So what is Biff's magical?
Well, Biff, if I can get him close to my guys, it increases movement allowances. It doesn't help a ton, though. I mean, that's not going to help a ton. Well, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this green faction, I'm going to be honest with you, compared to some of the other ones. But it's you only find that out by playing it. All right, so he's only rolling 1. But the thing is, if we took 1 hit against the Wolverines, they'd be and so I don't want to.
We need to get them healed.
I don't want to take it. Ooh, that's not. Hang on, I'm going to roll that again because that was a pretty crap. All right, well, they get 1 hit.
And they take 1 hit.
And they take 1 hit. Biff takes 1 hit. He's got 2 hits. Wow.
Yes, he does. That's what I was saying. That stack needs some healing.
That stack does. I don't know if anybody in there who can heal, do I?
Well, what we may want to consider
is these 2 guys over there.
What I was going to say is you may want to move the Wolverines up into here.
Oh, that's a good idea. And then I could move Guy Fieri over to here.
Exactly.
And then what I can do is I think that's.
We can even slide one of these guys. Yeah. Well, like they could come down and down.
Yeah.
Or probably that guy.
All right. There. So now we've drawn another token because that is the end of the. Okay.
Alrighty, baby. That's good.
Well, it depends on what happens here. Okay, that's pretty good, I think.
I like that.
Yeah. So the good news is that those are not horrible. And then track 4 is going to activate. So this guy is going to move 3, which is unfortunately going to trigger yet another close combat. I would like you to draw a 2 through a 5 if you wouldn't mind.
You go.
Because I really feel like I misused this character's ability last turn. Like, I never
Okay.
used his special ability because I was all worried about leaving the civilians behind, which I think eventually we did abandon them anyway. But the thing
Oh
is,
yeah, they're gonna just run away.
yeah, what I wasn't thinking
Or
about
do they
is
actually do they run, or do they just avoid it? They just. Oh, it depends.
it depends. But what I wasn't thinking about is no matter what, he basically cancels the combat, and that's the
Right.
huge value. And so we could have avoided putting maybe like 2 or 3 cubes in the bag. And then this
Doesn't automatically do it. A
no,
one and he doesn't.
exactly, yeah. And then this guy
Yeah.
moves 1, 2, 3 as well. So, but I am gonna draw for him. I'm just gonna remind myself. So on a 1 he fights. On a 2 through a 5, I can move 1 area. On a 6, I can move and take
Area,
units.
but take somebody.
I don't
but
have
you
anybody, there. But at a minimum, if I can draw, so I draw 3. So the good news is it cancels the combat. So
Yep.
it cancels the activation. And now let's think about this. Maybe I should move him. I could move him here, and then he could kind of move into this area.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fine. What do we have down here? We've got Ralph Norton's there and
Yeah.
help.
I feel like I should move him. I'm going to move him there for now. Because
Might be a good thing for Ralph to slide up
yeah,
into there. I think we want to stop him here, right?
I think we would like to stop them there if we can as well. I don't think we want them moving
Now,
too much
we
further
got,
down.
well, neither of these guys are ranged combat.
No.
So
the good news though is that we've got 2 of their 3 activations out of the way.
well,
Now it's
Ready
time
for another one?
Now it's time for a player turn.
nope.
Oh, that's
That's
track
actually
6.
good, too.
Track 6 is a little. So track 1 spawns, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Track 6.
So that guy isn't going to move, but he's going to create combat, and this guy's going to move 1.
And Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae could be in trouble.
Yeah, so they lost 1. Do they?
They're
How
still.
many do they have?
They still have 6. They
Still 2.
Still have a hit potential of 2.
We need a shield, man.
She needs a shield. What's her bravery? Her bravery is 3.
3.
So okay. Well, let's just roll at least 1
She
shield.
could be in trouble.
She could be.
Come on.
That's the same roll as last time.
Exactly the same. Well,
I know.
that's
I'm
a
not
bummer.
even doing enough. All right. Well, she gets 2 hits. So
Come
now,
on.
last stand.
Give us a good fate card.
Last stand. Yes.
Yes.
And I think what
What
I'm
does
gonna
that
do,
mean she does?
she
Because
moves. So I'm gonna move her in here with Dr. House, so Dr. House can heal her.
Yep.
And then we'll have to repopulate this area. But the good news is they're not moving.
They're not
again this
moving
turn.
anymore.
So we got a bunch of turns to sort of like put our house in order here before anything else happens. So, oh, you know what? We got to remember this guy's here too. We can activate this guy, and remember he
can sing.
He can stun those dudes. Let's
Just
not
by
forget about
singing
him.
to 'em,
Yeah,
right?
by singing to them. All right. So the worst thing left in the next 4 draws is the event
A
card.
fate card. All right.
All right, constabulary.
All right. Let's think about this.
So let's so I still think moving the chief here is a good idea because I think you can probably start to mount. We can once we're mounting a defense here, I think that'll be good. So I still think moving him here is a good idea. The chief.
But then what? I think Chase should at least move here on the adrenaline move.
Yeah.
And be ready to cross the bridge. As a matter of fact, you know what I would almost argue?
What?
Get Chase
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. Yep.
And honestly, then he could foot move here.
To push the Partridge family if he wanted to.
And I'm thinking he pushes the Partridge family, and then I'll move him on another turn.
Yeah. You can
And
move,
then-
yeah, you can move him on a follow action because we don't have to worry about the horrors activating again this turn.
Exactly.
All right, so that's your crisis adrenaline. So now for actions, you're gonna move.
What I'm saying is move Chase to the Partridge family.
Yep. Push
He will
them.
tell them to move, and then move this 1. Can they move that far? Yeah, 2.
1. Yeah, they can get there.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 is all they can do, right?
Yeah. Well, they started here.
Yeah.
So I mean, they can go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's right. They don't stop when they land in one of that.
No.
Yep.
So now they can.
So they would be
follow actions. They can start doing some like they can on follow actions. They can start attacking these guys with range combat.
So I think that's it for
I
mine.
like it. All right. So follow actions. Then I start with orange. Now, what I'm really tempted to do with orange is move these cats to here to get me 5 supplies. That would allow me to then, I could distribute some of them to blue.
Yep, I like it.
So I think that would be a good thing. The other thing is I'd like to build their compound, because their compound means that my 2 units with range combat ability don't need supplies for range combat. And I think that could be really valuable for the remainder of the game. So that's one of the reasons I want to do that, is I'm hoping to have excuse me,
That's
Coach Calhoun build there. Okay, so before we get distracted.
Card.
All right, now green. Now let's think about green. Somebody desperately needed healing, right? The wolf.
Ellie Mae Bobby.
Ellie Mae. Now she is able to heal.
He is?
She is, yes.
How?
So the way heal works is you can either heal if you're in a space with a character with the heal ability, you can heal. You can heal.
Got it.
So I'm triggering
but she doesn't get the. Does she trigger my guy's healing?
So she does. She does, because so the things that don't trigger are these things. If you look at like Gordon Fieri, that's a special action. You can't use those. But if you look at Dr. House, it's when this unit uses its heal ability or provides its heal ability. So this is not a special action. This is just an enhanced heal ability.
Makes sense.
So she is actually, I would have, when I did my last stand, you remove 1 hit cube.
Got it.
So you're not dead. And then she's going to remove 2 more from Dr. House.
So she's down to 3.
Right. Now I draw. So now purple. So the Wolverines could use some healing, and she could continue to use some healing just in that vein. But is there anything offensive that you feel that the Wolverine, that your purple faction?
Wolverines aren't in a position to heal, right?
They are not, no.
No, I don't think there's anything else super pressing. We had talked about getting the mayor down, but I think that's in his own turn. I think I would continue to heal Ellie Mae, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the only thing I'm wondering...
He's strong. Yeah. Sitting there with that guy with that stack coming down.
Yeah.
The other option would be getting the hero of the day firing.
The third option would be to move the Wolverines like here, where they are actually with somebody
where they can heal. Can they get there? They're 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I like that because they're 1 away from dying.
They are 1 away from dying, so I think we need to get them back in the fight. And the nice thing about them, if you remember, is if they move, right, they get a bunch of extra hits or combat dice. So, all right, let's not forget to draw a fate card for them for that follow action for purple, though.
Really want to.
Oh well, that was bound to happen.
Infected plane crash.
Good lord, this is the second time that's happened. It's into the Old Republic Airport.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Now, as we're finishing up this turn, I'm actually thinking somebody should find time to do a decontaminate.
Yeah, well, we had talked about that last time.
I'm trying to remember. Is anybody on? So this guy is probably the best guy to decontaminate because he can decontaminate too.
Yep.
All right.
Is that automatic?
Yes, that's automatic. It says the number of icons in the space, but it does exhaust the area. But even so, I still think it would be good because otherwise we're almost certainly getting up to 9 next turn. So that is it for blue. Now we draw again. Green. Okay, so I'm definitely
Heal the
going to
Wolverines.
use him to heal. But I think I should move this guy. I'm thinking I might want to move this guy here. To sort of, because this track is still a mess.
Yeah, and you'd end up in open.
Yeah.
You want to force a combat there.
So I think we're going to move this guy to there. I think we're going to move Sergeant York up. And then I think we're going to move Biff. I don't think I can move. Can I move Biff up? No, because if I move Biff over, those guys are going to go nuts.
Well, let's think for a second here. Yeah, I can't get there.
That's okay.
I can't get there.
I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Because I might be able to range combat. Actually, let's see. Sergeant York. Yeah, Sergeant York can't get all the way there. All right, so then for actual actions, I'm going to spend 1 to heal the Wolverines. Yes?
Yep.
I could heal Ellie Mae.
I don't like that.
But I'm wondering,
activate that guy and
but you think I should heal Ellie Mae? I think I should, because with this guy bearing down on us.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna heal Ellie Mae. Where's Gordon?
One more.
Fietti? So he's the one with the Molotov cocktails. I could lob a Molotov cocktail over here. Or I could activate this guy for range combat. Or I could stun these guys with Brad.
I kind of like the Molotov cocktail.
Doesn't use
and part of it's because these guys are just rolling down now.
Wait a minute. Special combat markers can be used without using an action or spending supplies. Okay,
But is it ranged?
Say again?
Yeah.
Yes, it's ranged. It's ranged. So what Guy Fieri or Gordon Fietti is going to do is he's going to use his Molotov cocktail twice over here.
Right.
So that is going to take that off the board. Well, actually, let's do this. Well, he can't get rid of all 3 of them. So he's going to do a ranged attack with 2 for the first side. Oops, that wasn't rolling. It was flipping them. So no effect. And if you flip it, you notice... Oh, sorry. It's 3 on the first side. Sorry. Right. I got these set up on the board incorrectly. I got to go fix that, as are the pistols. They're on the wrong side to start with. So the Molotov cocktail starts with a range combat of 3. So I got
1 more roll.
I rolled a critical hit on that.
So you got 1 more roll.
Right. So I'm going to roll this guy. All right. So I get 1. And then
now you flip it.
Now I'm going to roll. Now you flip it, and I'm going to roll 2. Gotta go fix that in.
Ooh. That could be good.
Well, I don't even have... There's only 2 in there. So
there's only 2 in there?
It just eliminates them.
Okay.
Well, that was good. Okay, so I still have 1 action left. So I'm thinking maybe I use ranged attack.
Well, look at that hit. You said you couldn't have gotten rid of them, but...
What? So what do you think about... What do you think about...
I rolled your 2 critical hits and got you another critical hit and another hit. So
what do you
we damn near could have gotten rid of that stack of 5.
So what do you think about using this guy for ranged attack here?
Oh yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay, so we're rolling 3. Critical hit, and a shield. The shield isn't anything.
Useless.
3 hits.
Good.
3 hits.
3 hits. That's pretty damn good.
1, 2, 3.
He's down to 1.
He's down to 1. All right. So one of the things we have to remember is that we have to make sure that we at some point get around to a follow action here. But actually, that's okay. When purple goes, these guys will get a follow action because you've got to get Chase out of here.
I got to get Chase out of there. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure purple needs to do anything.
The only thing Purple could do is... Oh, no, I don't even think healing Ellie Mae matters anymore.
Not sitting there with 5 available hits, I feel like.
I mean...
I'm kind of the mindset of pass with Purple at this point and get Chase out of there. And don't even take a chance of not getting Chase out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to move Biff at some point I'd like to get Biff some support at some point because he's close to getting. But let's skip Green and let's get Chase out.
You say get some port. You mean getting healed?
Either getting healed or getting somebody else there with him who can like keep him from getting like if he gets hit twice again, he's gone. That's okay. Let's not worry about it this turn. So go ahead and move Chase.
Right now, oh, he's got that guy in there.
Yeah.
So Chase, I'm almost thinking move him to here.
Yeah, we'll worry about the Partridge Family at some other
point.
point.
Actually, that's a good question. These guys are just moving 1.
They're just moving 1. So you could just move him here.
I actually think I'm going to move Chase there right now and move the Partridge Family over here. And maybe we create the compound with 2 families in it.
That's actually not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. Actually, yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so draw your fate card. Yeah, it's a good. No, sorry, I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
You sound shocked. Oh, see, it's a good thing I did that.
Yeah, it is a good thing. It's a good thing Green didn't go.
Yeah.
Pine Barrens. So we draw 3 tiles into the Pine Barrens.
You know, if it's gonna be somewhere, A is a good place.
A is a good place.
We need to do a decontaminate.
Yes, we do need to do a decontaminate.
All right.
So the next
50-50 shot for a fake card.
All right, we're drawing yet another event. Oh my God. 1D.
One.
This is bad, I think. This is like over here. This is right here.
Yep. Well.
Oh, Lordy, that's...
At least it wasn't here.
I can't believe how many of these things... We have drawn so many extra horrors onto the board.
1E would have been worse.
Oh yeah, there are definitely worse options. I mean, the good news is I don't really much care if these particular civilians get eaten, except for what it does to the stack. All right,
does that create a combat? It does not create a combat, right? They just show up.
No, I think it does. Unless it's... it spawning them always creates a combat unless it says otherwise.
Okay. Well...
So they have one hit...
Throw another...
1 hit potential. And I have 3 close combat. You want to throw another cube in the bag?
Not really, but I will.
All right, I got a critical and a partial and a shield, so I don't take my hit.
You don't take any hits. That's good.
All right, so now we're going to roll 1 more die. Partial, something. All right, 2 shields. All right. Well, we get 1 of them off the board.
What was Miguel Spitz?
So he can move from any beach or docks to any beach or docks.
Got it.
So, but I have really not made much use of him because he's been sitting here since the game started. He's been so
he could literally swim from here to here?
Correct.
That's strong.
If you had a player who was taking advantage of it, yes, maybe. All right. Well, it's time for you to move Purple.
So, I am going to move the mayor.
So so move, okay, move, move the mayor. Yep.
Now, is anybody else really in desperate need of
this
some
guy
healing?
needs to stay because no, I think we're okay on heals right now. Probably the guy needs healing the most is right here, but I think
he's going to decontaminate.
Yes, you don't want to move him because he's going to decontaminate. I am
going to move him up there to do a search, decontaminate. I'm probably going to leave him there to help Ellie Mae as needed. The mayor is going to move somebody. So I think my moves it's going to be tell all these people to move in here, then we can start evacuating.
Bingo.
Search, decontaminate.
Love it. Okay, so you've done all your crisis adrenaline movement, so he can move 5.
With a 5.
And I think we've got 4 there, if I recall correctly.
There are 4, so they are all now. So we got the ability to start really.
Yeah, there's like 6 things in there. So three. Ooh, what happened? So basically, and
move the mayor down, and I actually moved Ed Norton up to do a search, and I left him here.
Yep.
And I left.
Yep.
So I think that's it. I think that's where we were.
Yep. So basically, now first action is moving.
Move.
Yep.
That group. They can move 5.
Yep.
This is where we blew up. I'm going to let you explode the stack.
There you go. Oop. I think there's 6 there.
There should be 6.
6. Yeah. Yep. All right. So that's 1.
We should start evacuating.
Yep.
And actually, I have 2 options here. I can also search here as an option, but decontaminate's next.
Let's do that.
I'm doing a decontaminate.
1, 2. So just put I moved it by 2, and we put an exhausted marker in that location.
So now the question is, should I search here or here? Which do you think?
Why don't you search here, because then that's going to allow us to get your mayor's not in a very useful position.
Yeah, so, I was thinking I can move them up here, or I'm up into this area, or this area.
If you can get some, get some supplies, you can vehicle move him 4. So search there.
I did. Run the gauntlet. Combat rating is a whopping 1.
Well, you can also check your admin rating.
Oh, 5.
So so you'll get the second part of the card.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that. I'll take my 2.
Now, Jiffy Jeff's auto service, you can get 2 more if they're on the board or evacuated. So if we search that bag,
Jiffy is not.
They're in there.
Jiffy.
They're not on the board.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So you get 2 supplies.
That's okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, that helps.
Every little bit helps. It's purple, right?
Purple.
So that's 3, right? That's all 3?
Those are my 3.
All right. So next, so blue now gets to make a choice.
I would move the Partridge family here, is what I would recommend.
Yep. Go for it.
And then pray we don't. We did.
Don't do that. Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, they're back. Actually, hang on a second. So yes, draw another one, because we've already drawn that one.
Which is another one.
2C, which is right here.
Oh God.
Which is going to create a close combat. So they have a hit potential of 4. The hero of the day at least is rolling.
They don't have a hit potential of 4, right? They have a hit potential of 1.
Sorry, they have 4, so they have a hit potential of 1.
Thank God, because the Wolverines are down to 2 hits.
This isn't the Wolverines.
Oh, that's the hero of the day. That's the hero of the day.
So they're rolling 4 in close combat, and you treat misses as shields. That's their special capability.
4, you said?
4. Well, he missed a lot, so nobody does any damage, but we got another cube in the bag. All right.
Lots of shields.
So we don't do the replenish location step. I don't think any of our horrors mutations have hits. Only the leper messiahs, but they're dead. Biohazard infection step.
Oh God. Let's get these back.
I'm glad we did that decontaminate action.
Yep.
Refill the turn order bag.
And
so we will stop this video there. We'll rejoin the action in the next video, but thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you're enjoying the video, if you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying the channel, it would be great if you could hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, share, do all of those things which help the videos get found and then help the game as well. But thanks for sticking around, and we will be back in the next video with the next turn.